All right, so the question is, what is the product of the complex numbers? And then it gives you these two terms, these two complex numbers. Remember, complex is nothing more than real numbers plus imaginary numbers. Not plus, but including real and imaginary. So the -3 is the real, the I is the imaginary, real, real, imaginary, real. So you do the same thing that you would 3i plus 4 times, because it asks for the product of these two complex numbers. So there's complex number 1, complex number 2, and they want the product of those two. So you just multiply it together and you use the distributive property, and you treat the I just like you would an X variable or a Y variable. So let's just do it. FOIL first. -3 times 3 is -9. I times I is I squared. O is outer, so that is -3i times 4. So that would be -12i. Inner is 4 times 3i, which, look at that, 12i. That's nice. We have a -12i and a 12i. That's going to drop out. And then the last ones are 4 and 4, so that's a +16. So we put it all together. Like I said, this inner and outer are going to drop out because it's negative and +12i. So we will end up with -9i squared minus 12i plus 12i plus 16. That's going to fall out, so it's just -9i squared plus 16. Now this is the only place right now is where you will apply the ideas of imaginary numbers. This is where you would have to know what the definition of I squared is. And by definition, I squared equals -1. If you didn't know that, you'd have a hard time getting to the right answer at this point. So now if we plug that in, it is -9 times I squared. I squared is -1 by definition, plus 16. I mean, -9 times -1 is just 9. The negatives cancel each other out, and it becomes just 9. Plus 16 equals 25. Looked like a difficult problem, but it ended up being not that difficult if you knew that one piece of information about I squared being the basic property of the imaginary numbers I squared equals -1. Okay.